It's December 2022, the World Cup in Qatar, a Moroccan team that nobody really gave a chance going up against Spain in the round of 16, a former World Cup winner, one of the best footballing nations on the planet. Morocco knocked them out on penalties. Spain didn't even score a single penalty. Then Portugal in the quarterfinals, Cristiano Ronaldo, the most decorated international goal scorer in history, Morocco beat them 1-0. France obviously then knocked them out in the semi-finals, ending the most incredible run any African nation has ever produced in the history of the World Cup. And now they're back. They're ranked 7th in the world, higher than Morocco has ever been ranked in 66 years, on a 22-game unbeaten streak. A squad packed with battle-hardened players who were there in Qatar, reinforced with an exciting new generation of talent. Morocco have 50-1 odds to go on and win the whole thing. I don't know about you, but that feels like fair value to me, because Morocco are not a fairy tale anymore. They're genuinely one of the most dangerous teams in the tournament, and in this video we're going to talk about exactly why. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Back of the Net here. I hope you're all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, Morocco have been on a ridiculous run of form. Before we even talk about the squad or the manager or anything else, 22 games without losing in 90 minutes for a national team that is just remarkable consistency. And a lot of those games have come against really good opposition. They went through the CAF qualifying without dropping a single point. 8 games, 8 wins, 22 goals scored, just 2 conceded. Absolute domination from Morocco. Nobody in Africa could get near them. Then they went into the AFCON on home soil, reached the final, and that's obviously another discussion for another day, what happened there. Now, the manager change is quite an interesting thing to look at here for Morocco. The previous manager took Morocco to the semi-finals in 2022, one of the greatest achievements in African football history. He's resigned in March, just 3 months before the World Cup, and his replacement, Mohamed Ouabi, who is 49 years old. He's intelligent, he's clearly a brilliant coach of younger players. He led the Moroccan under-20 team to the Youth World Cup title in 2025, beating Argentina in the final, but he's never managed a senior side in his life, not once. And to ask a guy to manage a senior side for the first time, that being in a World Cup, is a massive ask. The players are really good on paper, but the manager change is something to maybe just be a bit wary of. One thing to say is Ouabi at least uses a 4-2-3-1, which is also the system the previous Moroccan manager used. So at least there's some sort of continuity there in terms of their shape. And the way they play, I actually think is perfect for tournament football, especially in the heat. They're kind of a team that can sit back, absorb pressure, and break on the counter. They're not a team that's going to want to dominate the ball and press teams back into their own half. Morocco are happy to sit off the ball, sit in their shape, nick the ball, and break on the counter. And in tournament heat, I actually think that's a pretty good use of a style of play, rather than being aggressive, pressing very high up the pitch. In the heat, in tournament football, anything can happen. I think sitting back and breaking on the counter not only suits Morocco's personnel really well, but I think it suits the competition that they're in. And the squad is absolutely stacked. Obviously, Bono in goal has so much experience. 35 years old, was crucial in 2022. He's playing in Saudi Arabia now, but he's still a really high-level goalkeeper. Obviously, Hakimi, Amrabat, Issa Diop has now joined Morocco as well. We have Riyad from Crystal Palace. This is a really strong defensive unit they have, and in midfield, it's just as impressive. Sabiri from PSV, Al Hanouz from Stuttgart, who I actually really like in that 10 position. Unai from Girona, Al Arnaoui from Roma's a really good box-to-box player. Midfield-wise, they're very solid unit. And up front, Brahim Diaz is your main man. Al Khabi obviously leads the line as well. Rahimi, Talbi, I mean, even Bouadi for the midfield unit adds in there. So this is a really strong squad. They haven't got the star power of maybe a Portugal or a France, but they play really well as a unit. They're very well drilled. They play for each other, and again, the way they play suits the personnel so well. The only huge loss they have is no Enesiri. Enesiri brought tons of experience, was very clutch for them, but I think Brahim Diaz can easily shoulder that kind of goal scoring role that he has to play for this Moroccan team. I mean, he was by far their best player in the AFCON, so I was very impressed with that. And since joining Morocco's setup, he has done really well. 14 goals in 26 appearances. He's very quick, he's very clever, he's comfortable in tight spaces, he can create something from nothing. I think he's Morocco's most important attacking player, and I can easily see him dragging them out of tough situations during the World Cup. Obviously, they have Captain Fantastic in the prime of his career, now 27 years old, Achraf Hakimi. Won back-to-back Champions League titles, has done so well at PSG. Obviously, only 2 goals and 2 assists in League Earn is a bit worrying, but if you take a step back, not that big of a deal. He's playing right back, but he still has everything he needs. His overlapping runs, his delivery, his acceleration. There's nobody else in the world who does it like that from the right back position. By far the best right back in the world, and easily could be leading this team. And you think about the counter attacks that they do and how good Morocco are on set pieces, Hakimi's going to be vital to that as well. Very excited to see him play in this World Cup. I think he can do a lot for this Moroccan team as he has done previously. And I know this one sounds like a bit of a weird shout, but I think Amrabat is going to be huge for Morocco as well. He plays that kind of base of the midfield for Morocco, and he allows guys like Hakimi bomb upfield, and he allows guys like Brahim Diaz to play with as much freedom as he does because Amrabat is doing the dirty work. So often a player like that is looked past. I know Amrabat's had sticky time at Man United, but I think he had a really good 2022 World Cup. He's done quite well at Betis as well. I think Amrabat's going to be quite important for Morocco still. And even a player I think is quite exciting to watch is Al Khanous. Al Khanous, 22 years old, from Stuttgart, and I think he's had an outstanding season there. 41 appearances across all competitions, 9 goals, 7 assists, 5 of those goals he scored in the Europa League. He's shown he can perform in big moments, and what is the World Cup? It's a big moment. He's already played 36 times for Morocco at just 22 years old. Really high vision, incisive passing. He can unlock defenses, plays a really good 10 position. He'll be competing with Siberia there, but him and Siberia, I mean, both of them can perform really well in this World Cup. I think Al Khanous has a bit about him to watch in this World Cup. Now, the group is quite interesting, but you don't need an awful lot to get through because of how it's structured. You just need to win 1 or 2 games max. I think the Brazil game, I actually think Morocco should be favorites going into that. I know Carlo Ancelotti in Brazil is a good team, but this Moroccan team is so well drilled. They've proven they can play well together. You think about the Euros, really weird comparison here, but Morocco remind me of an African Spain. They have star players, they do have star power, but they rely far more on their team brilliance as opposed to individual brilliance. Haiti, Scotland, obviously Morocco should win both of those games. I think Scotland's not as easy, but still should win both of those games. Morocco should get through their group pretty easily. Now, do I think Morocco can actually be the dark horse of the World Cup, make a huge run, potentially get into the finals? I think it's possible. What I'm expecting more from them is maybe a quarterfinal, semi-final run, but you never quite know. I think the style really suits the World Cup. They have really good players who have proven they are able to play in high pressure moments. They have world-class talent. They play really well as a team. It's an organized, experienced, tactically disciplined team with individual brilliance if they need in Hakimi and Brahim Diaz. I think they're going to be one heck of a team to watch in this World Cup. I think they have all the capabilities to shock the world once again and make a long run as an African nation again in the World Cup.